legendary sword of King Arthur, a symbol of sovereignty and power, shrouded in mystery and magic. The legend of Excalibur begins long ago in a time when Britain was a land fragmented by warring factions and chaos. It is here that we first encounter Arthur, a young and unassuming boy, unaware of his regal lineage. The true journey begins at the fateful moment when Merlin, a wise and enigmatic wizard, presents this ordinary boy with an extraordinary challenge: the sword in the stone. Whosoever pulls the sword from the stone, the legend says, is the right and lawful king. This is where our story transcends mere mythology and becomes a parable of divine right and destiny. Arthur, against many formidable competitors, pulls the sword effortlessly, revealing himself to be the chosen one. Excalibur, however, is not simply a tool for accession. It's an emblem of legitimacy. It embodies Arthur's right to lead and signifies his vow to protect and unite the land under one rule. Interestingly, there are variations in Celtic mythology where Excalibur, sometimes called Caledfwlch, holds different narratives. One version describes it as a gift from the mysterious Lady of the Lake, a mystical being said to dwell in shimmering waters, a vital part of corroborating Arthur's divine journey. This distinction between the sword drawn from the stone and the sword from the lake adds layers to its mythical aura, each element enriching its story with themes of valor, destiny, and otherworldly influence. As we delve further into the Arthurian legends, Excalibur becomes more than a mere sword. Chronicles recount its unmatched sharpness, able to pierce even the toughest armor, and its ability to blind enemies with its radiance. Such tales are perhaps allegories to Arthur's righteousness and the unyielding strength of a true and virtuous king. The downfall of King Arthur, however, adds a melancholic note to Excalibur's saga. The moment that marks the end of Arthur's reign also heralds the sword's return to the depths from which it came. As Arthur lay mortally wounded on the battlefields in the Battle of Camlan, he instructs Sir Bedivere, his loyal knight, to cast Excalibur back into the mystical lake. Twice Sir Bedivere falters, but when finally he fulfills his king's command, the lady's hand emerges from the waters, catching the sword and taking it back to its watery abode. Excalibur's legacy endures. It continues to symbolize the eternal struggle between order and chaos, the divine right of kings, and the timeless quest for justice. In literature and film, the sword remains an enduring motif, representing hope, the quest for identity, and the pursuit of a noble purpose. And so, the legend of Excalibur, in all its shimmering glory and mystical allure, remains deeply enshrined in our collective memory, a timeless story of heroism, leadership, and the enduring power of destiny.